Hello guys, so in this tutorial I'll be teaching us how to update our Git identity on our local repository. So probably you have an identity before, you want to change it or you want to do any modification. This tutorial is for you. Let's get started. So the very first thing is I want to connect my sandbox. I'll be using Git bash, so I'm connecting my sandbox to my Git bash. I have a tutorial on how to connect your sandbox to Git bash so you can follow up. Alright, so let me copy the password. Okay, let me clear the screen and I will navigate to the directory where I have my Git directory. So I have it in the root because that's what I'm using for this tutorial. Alright, so let's assume I want to create some files and directory. Let me say make directory new directory. Okay, let me just call it new directory. Okay, so let me navigate into this new directory. So see the new directory. Okay, now let me just create a file. Touch new file. Let me call it my file. Now I won't push, I just want to update my directory because what I have before, I don't even have my identity. I want to update it, but before that, let's see the identity we have. That is the preset identity. Okay, we are going to use git config. We use git config list to list the preset identity. Okay, so this is what we have. For the username we have this, that is Michael Bamidele, and for the email address this is what we have. Okay, so I want to update these two. I want to change them into another thing. Alright, and this is necessary for the ALX program because for the username they will want to see your name, especially when you use your checker. You see, so quickly let's do that. To do that, this is what we are going to do: git config global user.name and the name that you want to input. So I'm going to do git, let me clear the screen. So I'll do git config global user.name, and then the name I want to update, that is, let me put Michael Adiola Bamidele. So this is a three set of name. Okay, in this order. Then git config global user.email. So this time around I still want to preserve that email address, so obviously we are to see the changes on the username alone because I still have the existing email address. Okay, so we have updated it. In order to confirm, let us list config the identity. Git config list. So you can see now that the username has been updated, and you can see the email address is still the same thing. And if you want to confirm which of GitHub repository it is dealing with, you can see at GitHub you see Dr. Obam. That's my GitHub repository username, and you see we are working on the repository alx-precours. So in that case, the next thing now, let's add commit and push. So git add dot git commit my new identity. Okay, you can see. So git push now. and that's it. So obviously with that we did, if we start pushing um, files to GitHub, the identity that it will display will be our new identity. So let me go to my GitHub page and let's see what we pushed. Let's see the changes we made. So we can see I created a new directory, the directory we created, and you could see now it is showing Docker Obam here because that is the GitHub page. But if you are working with your ALX, it will show your name, and then it will talk about who did, the person who did the push and all that, and it will reference you. Okay, so I believe we have been able to understand how to change our identity or update our identity via this tutorial. If you have questions, you can drop them at the comment section. So that's it. Thank you, guys.